Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm back at my usual spot with the great scenery. A little bit different position so that because the corn has gotten so tall down there on the road. But today's video is going to be a question. And that question is, have you noticed or wondered where our blue sky went to? I mean, it's still there, but down here you can notice it really well. You can see the brightness down here and even up in the sky. It's not as blue as it used to be. And that's because our atmosphere is being ionized by all this extra energy coming into the atmosphere. And that's a byproduct of living in a trinary system where our other two suns have returned. Egyptians called it Ra and Horus. Hopi, the blue and red Kachinas, and others may call it a little differently. That's not important though, but what's more important is what's happening to Earth during this time. And reason why our sky looks all hazy and we don't see our blue sky much anymore. It's all kind of washed out. And that's why. You can look it up as Cherenkov radiation, and I termed it as electric haze because it's haze-like. I'm going to continue to try to block the sun here. It's haze-like, so that's why I call electric haze, but it's all the same thing. Cherenkov radiation, ionization, electric haze. Electric haze because we live in an electric universe, not a Newtonian universe, despite what you may read online. There's just so much evidence out there, and even other channels are talking about the electric universe, but that's why, if you've ever noticed why your clouds or the edges of the clouds are no longer defined, they look hazy or blurry, or you'll see clouds that all look stretched out now, and just their edges aren't hazy, are no longer defined. So you may also see clouds that may look like ocean waves, or you look at pictures of deserts where the sand is windswept, and you'll see what, it looks like waves as well. And that's the same thing, wind is energy flow, and every atom is a magnet, so therefore everything is governed by electromagnetism, including you. Because like I said, every atom is a magnet, and we're made up of 7 billion atoms, so therefore we are a magnet, a biological electron magnet, and it's centered in our heart. So if you haven't noticed it, it's kind of hard to miss. This is a pretty thick day. This is about as bad as it gets. Yes, it's summertime, but this is here year round. This is the third summer, and has progressively gotten worse and worse and worse. And usually you'll see it only along the horizon. That's the best location to see it, but now it's just everywhere. And it's always covered us all the way over, but you just didn't see it. But now it's so very defined. I had to make a video about it again, because it's like the moon. It's very, very visible. And Here's our confounded moon too. That's the other big sign that we talk about a lot, because once you see the moon, you never forget it, that it's turning like a clock. No one will talk about it. It's not normal. The moon should not be turning like a clock. And like I said, the other channels on this topic, Planet X, Nibiru, whatever, all that distraction bullcrap, it's not what's going on. It's not a planet doing this. It's impossible for a planet to do this. Once you understand electromagnetics, you'll realize that as well, that it takes a very strong magnet to make changes over our sun, which is another magnet. And its reach is very, very far, probably billions of miles. So how is a planet going to come in and involve all these slow changes? You know, the people who don't know about electromagnetics, they may agree with it's a planet, but that's just not the case. So I suggest you check out Scientific Lee. One of his videos is The Motion of Everything, a Field Defined, and he even has a playlist of 172 videos that will cover all that. And even has another video, a playlist. I just can't remember the name of it. It's a similar name, and he also has a playlist as well. So those two playlists have really helped me tremendously understand and piece everything together. Because once you figured it out, you'll understand that you learn how everything works, from the molecular to the galactic. I mean, it's a scale. It goes from the atom to the solar system to the galaxy. It's all the same thing. It all behaves the same way. And I'm going to pan around and catch this, but right here you can start to see the halo. And that halo is an Ouroboros Taurus field. And that is an energy waveform. And what's happening is, like, if you turn on your faucet on your sink and it's hitting the bottom of the sink and it forms a ring, that's the same thing here. This energy flow hitting our atmosphere and creating the same type of wave. You should be able to see that. I can see it. Yeah, I'm sure most of you have been hearing about spray. I don't want to say the term because I don't want that thing on the bottom of my video. But the term you need to look up is stratospheric aerosol injections, which we've got one right here. And that's just to keep our grid up because of all this excessive energy coming in from Ra and Horus. They're trying to keep the grid alive. But that's temporary. It's not going to last forever. Eventually the grid's going to go down and be overpowered. Time's running short, guys. It's time for you to understand electromagnetics and your importance to this earth. Because the earth won't survive this event without us. So learn to be meek. That's not weakness. That's meek. The meek shall inherit the earth. And now you don't get into religious things, because religion is just another form of control through all this. And there are so many forms of control in our world right now. And so many distractions and elections and politicians and all that crap. It's all pointless. What matters is what's going on here with Earth, because when we go through this event, which we will very soon, and I'm not talking about years out from now, we're talking months, maybe months to a year. And I mean, I'm just a nobody who's just checking out and learning things, and even I can come up with things that are gonna be stepping up here even worse, because things have been progressing over the years. I mean, the moon's been turning like a clock and cartwheeling for 10 years almost this October. I mean, I'm 42 years old, and for 32 years the moon did not roll like a clock. I mean, personally, I've observed it for 3 years, then I documented it with pictures and all, and videos. So that clue alone, the moon alone, should clue you in on what's going on. And if your favorite Facebook group or YouTube channel or forum or whatever website is not talking about the moon, then they're not telling you the truth at all. So maybe you ought to rethink who you're listening to or forums you're reading, because the distractions and the big machine that's hiding all this from you and keeping you looking in the wrong place is massive. And they've had a long head start, and we're just trying to catch up and teach people and wake them up. And I ain't talking about wake up to what's going on in the world. I'm talking about what's going on to our planet. It has nothing to do with man. None of this is man-made. Okay, the spray, yes, but they're just trying to keep the grid up. But man is not changing the sun's position. Man didn't tilt the earth to make the moon start cartwheeling. Man isn't moving the moon. Man isn't making the moon roll. It's our perception of the moon as the earth turns on its axis, which provides us night and day, is what's caused that. So if someone tries to tell you, oh, man is doing this and that, and blah, 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 hey, you need to find a new channel or a new group. And I even have one called Catfish Glass Eye on Facebook, but certainly isn't required. All you got to do is just start paying attention and stop listening to everybody else. Do your homework. Start looking at things like Scientific Lead Channel. Start learning about electromagnetics, because that's what rules your world, despite what other people may tell you. I mean, heck, our planet's not even run by humans. It's run by the Anunnaki. And they've been here for thousands of years. And it's time for them to go. They've been told. And they're going to continue to be told that their time is up. This is our planet. Because their planet, Heaven, aka Nibiru, is in the same boat we are. If they don't shape up, they're gonna be gone, and so is their planet. But I think we've got enough people here to protect Earth, because we're stewards. We're here to protect life with our heart magnets and our magnetospheres. So go outside, pay attention, start wondering why our sky is so washed out and our blue skies don't show much anymore, because we are covered in the electric haze, and it's not going to go away, and it's just going to get thicker like it has been for at least 3 years. And like I said, in the winter it will still be there. It's not going to go away. Alright guys, enjoy this view of this video. I know I do. I enjoy making these videos. And I wish my camera, there we go, would focus a bit better, but ta-ta, till the next one.